Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to make a quick and easy chicken enchilada. This is perfect for those who don't have a whole lot of time to meal prep, just want to get dinner started. You only have maybe like 30 minutes, 40 at the most. Me, I have a little bit of time today, so that's why I'm doing the video. But it's super quick, super easy. Love it. It can be made for those who are on keto, those who are on a low food map, such as myself, or if you just want a quick and simple recipe to throw at people during the weekday, perfect. All right, so what I went ahead and did earlier was shred a whole rotisserie chicken that I got from Walmart. You can get it from your local grocery store or anywhere. If you have leftover chicken from a meal previously in the week, grab it, shred it, and then put it in a bowl. I have the shredded chicken here. I like to use the skin a little bit just to add a little extra flavor. But if you don't want the skin on there, that's fine, completely up to you. Now, mine is at room temperature, which is going to help when it comes time to cooking this. So if yours is still, cold from being in the refrigerator, shred it, pop it in the microwave for about 10-15 seconds just to get it warm, so that way it quickens the cooking time for you. Next, for me, because I am on a low food map diet, I am using a Foodie, no onion, no garlic, mild salsa. Sorry, the kids are acting up downstairs. My husband found this at Wegmans, which is awesome because it's so hard to find products like this, like salsa, certain stocks and soups and simmer sauces and whatnot that don't contain gluten, onions, or garlic. So when he told me about this and he brought it home and showed me, I was in heaven. So now Wegmans is my go-to for any type of low food map products. So I'm going to take this entire jar. I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. And I'm going to add it to my chicken. I'm going to empty the entire jar, and it smells amazing right now. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, so let me get in here. I have my handy dandy spatula, and I'm just going to toss the chicken with the salsa. You can use any kind of salsa that you want. You can use homemade if you tend to make your own salsa. I actually made a bunch of salsa last year and canned it. And we used so much of it that we used it all, so now I don't have any more of my homemade salsa, which saddens me. So just make sure you give that a good toss. Make sure all the chicken is coated with the salsa, such as this. If you want to add anything else extra to it, any extra seasoning, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, anything just to kind of kick it up a little bit, feel free to go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. This is the Fiesta blend from Food Lion. I'm not going to add all of it because I want to save some for the top of the enchiladas. So I'm going to add a good handful. I'm going to add a little handful. And this is going to act as kind of like a binder to keep everything together inside the enchiladas. Most of the time, I just do the chicken and the salsa, and then I throw it into the tortilla and then wrap it. But this acts as like a little binder, so when it's melting, it's sticking everything together. It's awesome. It was a little food hack that I figured I'd try, and it was just by trial and error. Okay, got that a good little toss. Okay, now I've got the cheese left over. I actually bought 2 bags just in case because we are a family that loves cheese. All right. So next I'm going to go ahead and prep my baking dish. I have the oven already preheated at 350. I have a baking sheet inside in the middle rack. That way if anything bubbles over, it'll bubble over on top of the cooking sheet or the baking sheet instead of the bottom of my oven, which stinks when you have to clean it up. So next is another little food hack that I kind of came across. Most of the time you just roll up your enchiladas and put them in the baking dish. For me, I'm going to spray the bottom and the sides of my baking dish with Pam. This will help keep them from sticking and you're just scraping everything up from the bottom and the sides. So just give it a quick one over with the baking spray along the sides and the bottom. Set that aside. Now, I usually go with a low food map version of the tortilla shells, which is usually corn, but it was so hard to find corn over at Walmart, so I ended up getting the flour. I noticed that at my Walmart, they have a section in the refrigerated area where it is for it's almost like keto tortilla shells. They are made out of quinoa and cauliflower wraps, but they didn't have any in stock. So, excuse me, I ended up going with just the flour tortilla. So for me, with my the food map diet, flour isn't the best, but you know, it doesn't hurt me as much as, you know, the garlic and the onion and certain fruits and vegetables. So I'm just gonna go with it. So I got a fork, I got my chicken, cheese, and salsa, and I'm gonna take about a good chunk of the chicken and the salsa. If you want to add a little bit more, feel free to add a little bit more. There's no right or wrong way of how much you put in there, really. As long as you're able to close it up, then you're fine. I'm gonna add just a little bit more because my family loves chicken. So I am not, my mom always showed me how to do it with closing the ends and then rolling it. I'm not going to do that today. I am kind of in a hurry. I don't want to end up, you know, spending forever rolling the tortillas. So let me do one more and I'm actually going to show you. This, I'm actually using my husband's tripod, and it's a little bit different from mine. Not too much different, but just a little different. So that's how much I have in here.
And Mommy, can I have the silly cooker?
Yes, and let me mommy finish this and then I'll put the silly cooker on, okay? That's the Netflix video or show that the kids like, where I did that one video with the banana pops and the chocolate and the sprinkles and whatnot. That's where that came from. You want the silly cooker? Okay.
I don't want it.
You don't want it? Okay. All right. All right. So all I did was roll the tortilla. It's kind of hard to show. So I rolled it on one side and I rolled it again once more. If I had figured out a way how to tilt the camera down, I would have done that, so it would have shown you better. And then I just add it to the baking sheet. This one's a small baking sheet. You can use a little bit bigger baking sheet, but since my kids, they don't eat a whole lot, they can split one enchilada each. Oh, if only you can. It's never a dull day in in this household. All right, so we might be able to fit 2, maybe 3 more on here. And then, of course, I'm going to have leftover shredded chicken. And again, if you have that, then don't throw it away. Put it in the freezer. You can freeze it and use it for another night of enchiladas or with even tacos, shredded chicken tacos. There you go. It's already got the salsa. It's already got some of the cheese. It's got the meat. All you need is just like shredded lettuce, a little extra cheese. If you want some fresh diced tomatoes, go for it. You've got another meal. If you don't want to do tacos, then you want to do something different. I've actually used it, and the kids love it because they get to help make it. It is shredded chicken nachos. Instead of using ground beef, I use the leftover shredded chicken, and they can just layer the chips on their individual plates. They can add the chicken, they can add the cheese, they can add rice, beans, anything else that they want on there. Just pop it in the microwave, and there you go. You've got like a weekend lunch or like a little snack for them throughout the weekend. Or you can even use it as a dinner. It's got vegetables and meat and whatnot already in it, so why not, right? So there we go. I was only able to fit 2 extras on there. So I might actually make a little bit bigger one if I can find it, and do a couple more enchiladas just for leftovers for my husband so he can have some for lunch tomorrow. So we've got that already in there. So my husband loves Salsa Verde. Again, I found this at Walmart. Was not easy to find for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on top of the enchiladas. This is not really good for me because it has the garlic and onions, but I can kind of scrape it off once we're done. So I'm just going to smooth it out. It's a little runny. It's a bit more runny than the other salsas, which is, I don't like runny salsa. I like thick, chunky salsa. And now, before I add the extras, there's the salsa verde. It's a little, again, on the runny side. This one is the Herdez mild. So it's not too spicy. It's perfect for the kids. The kids, they don't complain about the spice. And since we are a cheese-loving family, I am going to load these with tons of cheese. We cannot keep cheese in this house. That's how much they love it. So I'm probably gonna use the rest of this bag that I had used previously for the inside.
I didn't get a sticker, Mommy.
Sticker? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mommy,
He's trying to be nice to me now that because we had a little spat.
I can't get to this.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't need to get into stickers right now. You know how Mommy feels about stickers. Bane of my existence. In a little bit, bud, okay? And just layer it with cheese. Pop it in the oven for 20, maybe 30 minutes, depending on your altitude. If you have higher altitude, then it's probably going to take a little bit longer than the lower altitude. But yeah, just pop that in the oven, and it's done. You know, when it's time to eat, just pull it out, serve it up. There you go. And it literally took me 15 minutes. For shredding the chicken, it took me about 5-6 minutes just to shred the entire rotisserie chicken. But that's not too bad, right? Considering how much time you have or don't have, it's effortless. All right. I think your sister's calling you. All right. So that's it for today. Again, that was my quick and easy everyday or work
Can I see,
day.
Mommy?
Not yet.
No.
Chicken enchilada dish.
I want to see your
I will
I want,
talk to y'all later and enjoy. Bye for now.